Well, regarding men, wants to say Happy Father's Day, men. And men are good and fathers are essential. And today's the day to understand that. And then, man, fathers get not enough press. Not enough press at all. So, a happy Father's Day.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me throw in my 2 cents on that as well. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and a special consideration, thoughts, best wishes out to the fathers who've been alienated out there,
Amen.
who live with the pain of missing their children because the system is rigged against them. Um, yeah, you know, I know that, and we've seen this in the groups lately. A lot of guys, the fathers, are talking about some of that pain
Yeah.
that they're experiencing around this time of year with this. And all we can do is support them. We want you guys to know out there, if you've been alienated from your children, if you're going through acrimonious divorce, all the stuff that goes along with that. Um, Regarding Men is a place that welcomes you to bring those stories in and to tell us about them so that you can get support. We want to do more than just wish you a happy Father's Day. We want to give fathers a place to go where they can share their experience and their strength with others who are going through the same thing. So,
Yes.
best wishes to all you dads out there.
Holding men and fathers in high regard.
Hmm. And I'd
Yeah.
also like to say to sons and daughters of fathers
Hmm.
that I hope you will take the day to honor your father, or if you don't have a father anymore, as I don't, to think about what your father gave you. I always think about my father as a role model for all sorts of particular things. My mother was a wonderful parent too, but my father did give me very particular things. I think about his 100% commitment to being the best he could be at his work. I think that's something that a lot of fathers show to their children, not
Yes.
because he wanted to be better than others, but just because he wanted to be the best for himself. He also really modeled for me fortitude and resilience and stoicism, and not allowing setbacks to derail him. He was just so, he was committed and he was strong, and that was something that helped me tremendously in my whole life. And also principled. He was the sort of man who he once he backed his car into another car in a parking lot that was completely empty and could have easily driven away. It was in the middle of nowhere. No one saw him, but he got out and left his name and all his particulars on the windshield of the car so that the guy didn't have to pay the deductible when he got his car repaired. And that was just the sort of guy that he was. And yeah, that's had a lasting impact too. So I hope everybody will think about the qualities of their father, or indeed of somebody who acts as a father
Hmm.
to them.
Indeed. You remind me of a story about my dad. My dad had what we call Golden's Laws, which my mother embroidered and put on the daggone wall. But these were, I should do a whole video on these sometimes, but one of them was, and it's always stuck with me, is how did it go? No event is as important as your attitude towards it. You know?
Wow.
And it's like, this was like in the 50s, 1950s and 60s. He was just brilliant, just a brilliant guy. And he really taught me the things that I needed to know in order to do the work that I did when I got older, the therapist stuff. God, when I was 10 years old, he brought this big tape recorder back. This is early 60s, right? Big old tape recorder. And he throws this tape on the tape recorder. He says, the whole family has to listen to this tonight. So we all listen to this tape. It's called The Art of Listening. He wanted everyone to learn how to listen. This was like way before people are, oh, you need to learn to listen. No, this was when I was 10 years old. So he really set the stage for me in so many ways. And I could go on and on, but I won't, because we better finish up, eh?
Absolutely. I'd like to just share one quick gift from my father that I have learned to appreciate the wisdom of it the older I get in life. My father used to say, if you can leave your values at the door, you never had them to begin with.
Hmm.
he lived that way. He wasn't a perfect man. I'm sure, like all fathers, he was human and had his imperfections. But one thing he did have was his integrity.
Hmm.
And it couldn't be taken from him by anybody,
Yeah.
because he believed in living by your values. And
Yes.
I miss him a lot. I think he'd enjoy seeing what we're doing today,
Hmm.
uh, but he left gifts that last a lifetime.
And that's what dads do, eh? That's
Mhm.
what dads do. Fair enough. So happy Father's Day, y'all.
Indeed.
Happy Father's Day. We'll see you next time. At least by next Father's Day.
Bye bye.